we are. We're going to kick things off, guys. It is ESL Challenger League 47 Europe, Day 1, Group A. It's PERA versus System5. Let's get into the action.
In the knife round, I would have thought they would have. I was, yeah, they do. Okay, so they do get to choose their side. I thought, yeah, because PERA, it's not their map pick, so they would, yeah, okay, so they get to choose which side they want to start on. And yeah, let's get it. System5, this is their map pick. As we've said, we haven't seen this team much played on this map, and it will actually no, it will be the Kirill, Chill, Patrick, Python, Keen team. I was not anticipating that.
Yep, that definitely comes as a surprise to me as well. But here we go. We'll jump straight into it because, well, work with what you're given. And instantly we're going to see a lot of pressure, a lot of aggression over towards ramp. Be checking out sandbags, make sure nobody peeks their head over the top there. Use a little bit of util to try and flush. The rotations have immediately come through from PERA.
Yeah, it seems like, or maybe it seems like the Prodigy's team, but Aaron with a nice grenade here. As soon as the bomb does get tapped, he's going to be throwing that, and that's going to do a lot of damage. A second one comes in, and the bomb shall get denied, but Patrick still does... No, the bomb gets planted, and Patrick's alive, but a lot of damage has been inflicted to that T side.
Not quite enough. Bomb does get planted. 3 versus 2 here for the T. System5 slowly whittling away. Aaron 6 HP and a dream here. The USPS needs to ring through, but he can't make it happen. A nice hold here from System5. Net themselves the first round. Bomb down. A lot of extra cash to play with.
Yeah, it definitely could have gone wrong when you have those grenades being propelled in. If they had done more damage and actually gotten a kill, that would have been a really key man advantage that PERA could have worked off from. But with the pistol round being taken quite cleanly, overall, System5, they'll be purchasing themselves back in, and the city side will be choosing to eco, choosing just to elect to have that second gun round, the first gun round in the third round.
It looks like a nice aggressive push here from PERA out of B. Oh man, Patrick's waiting for it. They know there's going to be some sort of an aggressive shenanigan. Patrick's good for two. He's going to have to fall off straight through the Molotov. Will get sprayed down. Camion good for 1. And at least do a little bit of damage, but it doesn't mean much if they can't recover the gun. It looks like they're just going to get pigeonholed here as Python pushes in, finishes it up. 2 kills for him, and it's a quick and clean round for System5.
Yeah, very easy and anticipated. Patrick with a nice 3k. All things considered, that's just very easy for them. But now here comes the real test. Here comes the A1Ss. They've got full utility, mostly full utility. I would have liked to see maybe 1 or 2 for masses being bought up so they can just prioritize some of that econ and some of that util. But big round for PERA if they can see if they can get themselves on the board.
Looking to see what damage can be done with this Mac 10. I was a big fan of that. Looking to see some aggression come through here, but PERA instantly going to be smoking off ramp. Trying to stem the tide a little bit. This time around, however, System going to edge their way over towards the B site, making a ton of noise over towards ramp, trying to draw those rotations. It looked like it was working, but Camion expecting, waiting for that opportunity. Instantly traded out, however, but the B site is fully under control of System5. HP is low, though, and DGL just has to hold the line. Mollied out of his position, straight down onto the site, swings through and is taken out. And now, as PERA attempt to retake onto the site, they have managed to bring it down to the 2 versus 2, and the bomb will get planted.
It's going to be a very difficult retake for both Poyer and Aaron, considering that one of them's 18 HP and they have no kit between them. Chill, getting very aggressive. He's hiding in the smoke just below Heaven, and as soon as Keen takes the first contact, they're never going to expect Chill to be here. First, in his crosshair, he strikes, and now it's just Poyer all by himself. 18 HP, as I'd mentioned before, and this should be an easy one for Keen. They both swing out, and as anticipated, Keen will take the third round and keep flawless for System5.
Well, incredibly expensive round for System5, however. Had to lose a lot of weapons to make that one work out for them, but it's worth it in the end because they've put a massive dent into PERA's economy, and they themselves are still able to buy up pretty damn healthily into this round. A quick anti-eco under their belt, and they'll be absolutely singing into the next few rounds. We're staring down the barrel of a 4th, with PERA only having an MP9 to give them a little bit of extra firepower. See if they can make that sing. Again, taking some slightly more aggressive angles here. Hoping to bait out a little bit of information. DGL does spot one out, so he's going to fall back. He's going to give that information across. It is looking like a mid-push.
Yeah, unless the Deagles strike here and instantly connect their shots, it's going to be looking like a pretty rough round, especially with Kree closing the angles and Python as well at range. Only one player remaining on that B-bomb site, and as MSN falls, it's just going to be leaving Aaron all by himself in CT. I think they have a pretty good understanding of where he is, and the flawless streak will continue, and they're also doing so pretty cleanly. Especially as it was a 1 versus 1 in the first gun round, you need to be maintaining the your players, especially when the opponents don't have much money, and that's exactly what they do.
Ooh, but the AWP is already on board here for DGL. And this was something that I had kind of pointed out a little bit earlier on. Someone definitely to look out for. Someone that can really do a ton of damage with that weapon in his hands. Hasn't even gone the glass cannon route. Full armor as well. So feeling comfortable. A little bit lighter on the util. But if he can make that AWP work for him, it's not going to be the biggest issue in the world. Instantly pushed off of his aggressive position, however. He's going to have to hold a little bit further back as the flood of util comes through. Just to slow System5 down a little bit. They have been pretty hot on the execute so far, so if PERA can buy a little bit of time, they might have a better chance of survival.
Botting bullets there in the smoke. Patrick, I thought he was a dead man from Aaron's spam, but he does survive. And then as soon as Aaron falls back, Patrick takes full capitalization of that. Now we see the rotations coming over towards this A-bomb site. MSN will come and join his teammates, and DGL with his AWP currently smoked off towards Gap will be looking to try to see if he can forward himself with some picks. But in the meantime, it is opposition's AWP that beats him to it.
And that's heavy man advantage now for System5 off the back of that second kill. Gonna have to heavily reinforce this A site somehow. DGL looking to get a kill, but is taken out by Keen. Now Camion, last player left alive, and you gotta wonder, surely it's just a save. There's no reason to push this. It's a flawless round for System5, and honestly, with the money the way that it is, an extra gun in the back pocket would be nice for the next round.
Yeah, it'd mean they'd have nothing, and well, like if they didn't, they'd have nothing. So at least they do have something to work off. But a really good round. Keen double or entry with the AWP. Honestly, what more do you want? Like he gets the first kill on site, gets the second kill on Gap, completely negates DGL, who could have torn, like he could have done something, he could have made a difference in that round. But Keen initiates himself a little bit earlier, and that's been the difference maker as well. Patrick not being spammed through the smoke at the beginning of the round. Because he doesn't, he goes on and also pretty much single-handedly wins the round with the double entry on site.
Oh, attempt to hunt down Camion, but he does manage to survive, take away one of their guns, and hold on to his gun, which is, of course, a crucial point in that one. It's not the end of the world that he takes away a gun, but being able to keep his into the next makes a big difference. So now we're going to see that tac pause come out, and I think a lot needs to be discussed here for PERA, because honestly, System5 seem to just be running circles around them. Seems like they're just winning those 1v1s, and it's an issue because PERA just keep giving them the 1v1s round after round. There's been very little coordinated angle holding or coordinated swings. It's just been very much kind of somebody's going to peek out and they're going to lose that duel. And I keep wanting to call them System of a Down. System5 keep winning those
What?
battles.
What was that reference? System of
Of a
what?
down?
Am I
Oh, Freddy.
w- wait, should I know this?
Chat, please lambast Freddy. Please, all of
System
you
of the
just...
Down.
System of a Down. It's a band. Chop Suey.
Speaking
Toxicity.
English?
Oh.
System
Bro's Googling System of a
of
Down.
a
Ah.
Down.
Chat, am I old? Production, help me out here. You know System of a Down, right?
The thing is, I actually listened to 90s and 80s rock, so I'm surprised I don't know these guys. Okay.
You know what?
Well, now
If
you've
you
just
heard...
outed me in front of everyone.
if you heard the song, you would 100% recognize it. Like,
Okay,
so don't
so
even stress.
you have outed me in front of everyone. Thank you so much.
You outed yourself, bro. All you had to do was go, yes, of course. Anyway, but
Well,
no,
no,
you
but
went System of a what now?
I like to own up for my mistakes.
So you like to out yourself.
Yeah, I like to just say, you know what? Hey, this is okay, I see your point. But looking like the game is going to be getting started, so we can stop bullying Freddy for once. And
Honestly, that was
System
such a
5 looking
perfectly
pretty.
well-timed match pause. Like, chef's
Match
kiss.
pause. Let's make fun of Freddy. Game back on. Yeah, here we go. It's not it, PERA have just come off of a very disappointing gun round, but they do at least have that saved A1S from Camion, and it's just going to be pistols accompanying him. DGL full saving for that AWP, just so we can bring in a little bit more util than just a flashbang into the next.
This rifle for Camion's gonna have to go absolutely hard. See if you can find a little bit of value with it. Not positioned right the minute to get much done. Seeing a little bit of pressure across the board here again. We're seeing cross-map pressure just to draw out rotations, just to bait out some information. It looks like System might actually look to rotate across themselves here, seeing that they've found a bit of an opening. Start making their way over towards this B side. They've pulled so much attention towards mid to A, and now the B side's completely free and clear.
Yeah, well, I think it's the first time on. Oh wait, never mind. Okay, I was gonna say it's the first time on a gun round, but no, they literally went B 2 rounds ago. But yeah, really good utility down. It's gonna allow a clear pathway onto this bomb site, and there's honestly nothing really PERA can do. Like there is a fast flanker Poya, but he had to at least get one there. He does put another player down low, so hold on a second, I might retract my words, because 2 players, 1 HP, one has been eliminated. This is looking quite, at least probable, but a flank on a flank, Chill pops his head up from the A bomb site, and everyone's going, Aaron, how's that happen? Because you're supposed to be over on that side of the map. He will at least get his revenge, and now we're back into a very messy 2 versus 2.
And Camion's rifle does indeed go hard, getting 2 kills on the site as well. A nice little pinch to come through from PERA. Time, however, is ticking away. Aaron does not have a kit.
Oh,
So he's
DGL
just...
DC'd.
Oh, you are correct. He did. Oh, that's rough.
I was
That's
really confused. Okay, yeah, I was seeing him on the map just not move, and it really confused me, but that does make sense.
It's a rough one for PERA. I mean, they do really well considering one of their players disconnected, but unfortunately, it's not gonna get them the round win. So they're gonna try and get that sorted out, guys. So you're back stuck with us. It's back to bullying Freddy now. So
Back to bullying Freddy. Yeah. Okay. Maybe let's not do that. You know, like let's not do that. I've had a long weekend. I've been at Epic LAN, but no, who we could bully potentially is PERA, because they're having a pretty rough start to their opponent's map pick. And maybe my prediction is going is actually I was kind of trolling a little bit with my prediction. I was like, you're going for PERA, I'm gonna go System 5 then, and maybe I'm coming out on top of it.
You might just be. It does help that it was an entirely different roster.
Yeah.
But you know what? We'll brush that one aside for now, as PERA will get themselves the opening kill here in the round, followed up nicely by Poya. No, Aaron!
Oh no!
I
Oh
love
no!
that we had that in his POV. That's magical. Just was done with this. You know what? He was like, you know what? We're gonna bring this back. We're just gonna give him a handicap. We you know, do it for the content. But it is still 4v3 here in favor of PERA. System shaking themselves off from that one. Must have been just as surprised as we were. But now it looks like they are going to make this A execute.
Yeah, that is incredibly rough. I'm not sure how that's happened now, but there's still a chance that the CT side could still win this. I mean, they do have the man advantage still. Now make it 2. The bomb, I actually think it's going to be advantage, especially with Poya getting very aggressive with his AWP towards Gap. That's actually his downfall. These over-aggressions from both Poya and Camion now has put it into an even Stevens 2 versus 2, and MSN has been forced to relocate because that Molotov and flashbang and smoke is just making him so uncomfortable. And what? How has Keen seen him behind the Molotov? Normally so hard to visualize that. It's just DGL.
DGL with an AWP as well. Not the best for a retake scenario. Might have been better off if he'd found a rifle there. Might have been better off if Aaron hadn't fallen off the map. You know, who's to say, really?
I don't even know. I don't even, like, ironically enough, I don't even know if Aaron's to blame there.
Like, no, I mean, definitely not.
Well, like, obviously, like, him falling off tragic, awful, really bad. But the fact that both Poya and Camion solo peak 2 different angles at once, that's actually that's actually the thing that's worse.
Yeah, I mean, there were a lot of egregious things happening in that round, to be fair. I also see TGL still, I think he might have DC'd again. PERA just having a really rough time of it at the moment. I think they might be having some like tech issues. So possibly this might be contributing to what's happening right now. Like you can see there's a tech timeout, but the timer is not ticking away at all. I think the match has paused again as they try and sort out these tech issues. So apologies for that. But I will take this moment to say that chat, no System of a Down, and I don't feel old anymore. So
Oh
shout
wait,
out
am I
chat.
being bullied in chat now?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, sick. Freddie L. Okay,
Love that for
that's
you.
lovely. Um, Carson Noob doesn't know Sister of a Down on Real. Freddie, it's a band. I'm actually just being sick. Freddie's not old enough. I mean, yeah, I am 20. Like, I am a child. But I just not listen to 90 Days Rock and never heard of System of a Down. Christ, okay. You know what, guys? I'm just gonna sit here in silence.
Oh bless. No, wake up, grab a brush, and put a little
I
makeup.
listen. I listen. I like a little punk. I don't know if like Clash completely fit in punk genre, but I love the Clash.
Bro just completely missed the reference. It's all good, chat. It's all good. Don't worry
Alright,
about it.
can I just
Time
DC?
ticking away now on the timeout. So hopefully that means we will be getting back into game very, very shortly. DJL still listed as dead, which could, to be fair, it could be a UI bug. Hopefully that is the case, because I do see him standing there.
Is he
So
standing?
yeah, he's
Okay,
good. He's good.
but he's dead.
I don't know. I think it's just a UI bug. I think the reason that you're now seeing our faces is because the UI is being refreshed. So wake up, Freddy.
Hello,
Wake up.
sorry. I was like, okay, I'm back now. I'm back now. That's all that matters. But yeah, no, DGL with some bugs. And he was like, that last round was actually really poor from PERA. Like, obviously Aaron falling off was really unideal, but the fact that they had that 4 versus 2 and it gets crumbled away just through their own volition is really disappointing.
Well, Aaron makes up for his previous transgression by getting the opening kill of the round, followed up quite nicely. Oh yeah, beautiful little 2K from him and System. Suddenly falling apart here. Only 2 players left alive. They're going to try and execute it onto the A side. Go check the close angle. It's only the AWP left. Camion shuts it down. What a weird round. Where was this PERA for the last 7 rounds?
Yeah, where's that come from? Why have we just seen like a floor round out of PERA when it's taken so long for us to even get like what? Yeah, they've had such a troubling time and then out of nowhere just pull out the best round they possibly could have. And now the momentum has shifted. However, it's taken a little bit long. The only max they can get is 5 rounds on the CT side, and I think System5 will be looking to exceed their 7 right now.
Well, at least 1 on the board here is a good start in the mid. Only a few rounds left in this half, and if they can string them all together, they're looking pretty good for the second half. So for now, System slowed things down quite nicely. Had a good few fakes out of them earlier. They've left bomb, so they haven't committed just yet. Nice little default. See if they can get through the information. Aaron again with the first kill. DGL to follow up. Gets a second. Cannot get a third. Will eventually be pushed off. Koya will try to avenge him. Python, just that much better. However, stuck in a 1 versus 3. Everything to do. Bomb is lost. Not lost. I mean, it's where they left it, but they just left it there. You will be able to recover it, but it's now Python against the world.
Yeah, the Frenchman's actually in a legitimately decent position. This was I think 2 versus 5 in general, but he's bringing it down. It may as well be in a 1 versus 5. He's already claimed 3 of these frags. He's on 36 HP, so he can at least tank 1 bullet from the AK to the chest if needs be. But going towards the B bomb site is potentially the worst thing you can do here. There's a close rotation in middle from Camion. MSN chilling around default. They also have util. I really don't see how Python can win this. He's just going to have to hit these instant headshots and then anticipate the close mid player. And now he's been spotted out. Now we're going to see Camion coming over. That util I mentioned will be putting down. Python is funneled towards one way, but he still hits the headshot. Now up against Camion. He's going to be spending his util of his own, forcing Camion out of position. He'll be heard. Python in the 1 versus 1, from a 1 versus 5 to a 1 versus 1. Nade down, Camion low, but Camion brings it down to normality. And System 5, unfortunately, the heroics do not prevail.
And that was damn close as well. Python would have needed an ace to win out that round. He had 4, but he couldn't get the 5th. A solid attempt from him there, but this is where things start to look a little bit dicey for System 5. They are going to reinvest into the AWP. That means that Kree is going to be running with the Mac 10 this time around. So it's a bit of a gamble, but if it pays off, then it will mean everything, as PERA is on the knife's edge economically. 1 round win could decimate them, but Keen getting a little too keen. Gonna get chunked away slowly at bottom ramp there. Now PERA showing some aggression of their own, looking to push System back and deny them any space.
Yeah, but Python last round, but unfortunately it faded away at the very end. And System 5 just completely slowing it down. Aaron boosted up on the left side, MSM jiggling around gap. This is a really nice on the CT side right now. They have a fast rotation from DGL. If System 5 continue up on this A bomb side, I don't think it's going to look too good for them, but Aaron just has to hold true on that boost.
He's gonna get paranoid. It's gonna happen. He's gonna jump down. Oh, it feels like they've got a bit of a sixth sense around it. He doesn't jump down, but he doesn't get the kill. A little bit of damage onto Kree and a nice little bit of nade to follow up. That's going to force them off of that boost. It doesn't get the kill, but it does a little bit of damage, and that could be just the opening that they need. Now Patrick, the tip of the spear all the way up ramp, as MSN will take down Kree. Oh, and it's just an absolute bloodbath here towards this A site. They haven't been able to crack in just yet, but they do bring it down to even numbers. Good little bit of util to keep PERA off the site. Spams through the smoke, but not quite connecting, but it's Chi who will be able to get to, followed up nicely by Patrick. And once again, another round on board for System 5.
Yeah, what a really bold play from Chill. Jumps up on default in that 3 versus 3. That was definitely not what I was anticipating. I thought that was, it's a play where high risk, high reward, and he comes out on the latter stage. A really bizarre round where Aaron most definitely should have been getting that instant opener, especially when he was boosted up. So much damage across the board, and then Python switching places with his opponent on gap through the smoke. It was a crazy round, but weirdly enough, System 5 come out with 3 players alive somehow. Like, I don't understand how they come out of that in a pretty position, and it seems there's been another disconnect. We've got 2 Keens on the server.
Oh no! I mean, these 2 teams are seriously going through it today, and honestly, I think chat might have had it up to here with our shenanigans at this point. So that's a bit rough. I don't know how to fill time without having shenanigans.
Fill time. All right. Okay. Well, UKCS Kappa. Well, we were in the UK recently.
You mean the region that PERA beat to get to the LAN? You mean that UK?
Wait, did they?
Didn't they beat Viperia?
I don't think Viperia got that far. I'll be honest.
I mean, that amounts to the same thing, really.
Oh, in the NC qualifier. Oh, well, yeah.
I meant NC.
I mean, yeah, like, sure. They weren't at Epic Land though. But yeah, I had Epic Land this weekend. Just got back from that. Smoothie and his team won, and I got there was a bit of controversy around that, but I got a great photo of Smoothie with his middle finger up to the opponents on stage. He loves a BM.
Yes, he does. That's Smoothie. He was actually
Yeah.
on one of the teams. Like, the first CS event that I ever worked was a DreamHack, and that was when he was still on Fnatic. So he was one of the first, like,
Oh
CS
god,
players.
that Fnatic. Christ.
Yeah, way back in day. That's a hot minute
Yeah,
ago.
that not a Fnatic that we choose to remember.
Yes, well, I've also just given away how briefly I've been in the scene so far, but that's okay. We're in it for the long haul, chat.
I think what was my I think mine was there's a team that really stands out to me, and it was Choi was calling for them, I think. One of it was. Oh, maybe it was. I think I can't remember what, but it was like some Serbian team. I think I remember them being quite good. It was but yeah, I can't even I started the UK scene, so and UK like the UK was it like the teams you know they switch around every 2 seconds, so it's quite hard to keep up with which roster did I commentate first from UK Counter Strike.
Oh well. We do have a few more technical issues, guys, so it is us once again, unfortunately. Hopefully we'll get this resolved. Otherwise, if this goes 3 maps, it's going to be a long night, Freddy. I love CS as much as the next person. I will say, so there is another esport that had a like a regional event recently, and they had a tech pause for, I kid you not, 6 hours before the first round was played. So you know what? I'm good with this. We're already back into the action, and it's Kree opening things up with the first kill of the round.
Uh, and PERA, they're buying into this. They didn't save any rifles in the last round. They just won 2 in a row. The money's not ideal, as we can see from the MP9s or no utility. There's 2 more rounds in the half, and they're going for a boosters time on the right side. The issue is if they walk on gap, Shield completely off guard. That's exactly what's going to happen. Aaron, at least falling down, will be able to trade out his opponent, but he's completely isolated on this A bomb site. Rotations will be coming in, and he doesn't even need them.
Interesting little dry swing there, but it is 3 versus 3 now as PERA look to reinforce this site. System5 making a lot of noise here, so it is looking like this is where the push is going to be, but keep an eye here over on the B site. Kree could be going in for a nice little pincer here, and it does feel like PERA have potentially predicted that, so they're going to look to reinforce that as well. And still nothing yet decided. 40 seconds left to make a commitment. Air in the spot is disgusting. Beautiful kill from him. He was waiting for that flank to come through. He shuts it down. And now System, only 2 players left. They know that there's only 2 players left on the site. Yeah, Patrick is good for 1. He needs to get the bomb down as quickly as possible. Keen has to watch his 6, or I suppose his 1 o'clock. But the bomb does go down. And now they have to hold the line.
Nice smoke on the left side. It's not going to give Patrick any visuals for MSN exiting connector, and Aaron spams him through the smoke. What a round from Aaron. Aaron just destroys them all. He gets 2 kills over towards ramp early on. He then rotates over towards middle, gets a kill on the B lurk, and then swoops back in, and is able to snatch up his 4th frag. Aaron has just been so mobile and is single-handedly won them the round. The IGL leading by example.
It's home in time for dinner, man. You know? Go out, quick pop out, get back, and make sure you can help clean up the round. Very much making up for his earlier mishap. And now it's System5, whose money is in a little bit of a tight spot. Going into the last round of the half here. It has to be a force, and it is busted. 2 MAC-10s, Galil, AK, Deagle, a smattering of utility. It's looking like PERA are very likely to pick up this 4th round, but Kree gonna be running straight up the ramp here, waiting for the aggression from PERA, and PERA are not having it. They're not gonna be aggressive this time. They know it's a broken buy. They know that they can hold back a little bit and just wait until System walk into their crosshairs. They can take these battles. They just need to be patient.
Yeah, and MSN playing this site well. He's all by himself. He doesn't want to single-handedly go and just lose these kills. So he's going to back out, and they're going to utilize their utility and just going to be dumping Molotovs, dumping nades on default. They're not there through the smokes, but they're going to be just putting so much pressure on System5. And now, as we see the bomb going down, the T-side have no util, and PERA have so much to work with.
They've allowed the bomb to go down for free, but they're seriously not concerned with that whatsoever. A few flashes to give them an in is all they're really going to need. But they're going to have to get the go. There you go. Nice little spam through the smoke. MSN good for the first. Oh, swings out instantly as his head blown off. And honestly, they've given over so many kills, but it's DGL who will get the last kill of the round. A little bit close for comfort there. Kit in hand. And it's going to be close, but it's going to be clean. And that's going to be the 4th round on the board for PERA Esports. We'll see you in just a moment.
And welcome back into it. 8-4 is the half for System 8. System 5, they got 8 rounds, they're not System 8. I would have thought they would have done a little bit better. I think they could have extended their 8 rounds considering they had such a dominant lead going 7-0. And even in that final round, PERA were taking so long on that retake, but we get back into the fray, we get back into the action, and Aaron has a full belt of utility, but he needs to be able to utilize that utility because his teammate has just been absolutely owned towards the A-bomb site.
I love that. Cheeky little peek out, headshot, and off you pop back to your team. Instantly, man advantage for System 5 here. Looking comfortable and confident. But it is still very early on in the round. PERA going to start sneaking their way up towards A here, making as little sound as possible. Now, some of the util will come out, try and deny some of those sight lines, get MSN into a good position here. He doesn't get spotted, but he cannot connect the shots properly. Finally, he will get one, but is instantly traded off as the Deagles, or rather the Dualies, will sing. And Aaron, last player left alive. And so much to do. Already good for 2. Was such a standout player in the previous round. Had some fantastic moments. But this is going to be the clutch of a lifetime. Maybe not a lifetime, but it'll be a pretty big one as he does get the first. He's able to steal away the USPS. Tosses out the Molotov. And is now going to rotate around Keen. Has he clocked this? Footsteps heard. Aaron, will you check the left side? No, you won't. And Keen will clutch the round.
Okay, yeah, a great round from Aaron. He's tried really well there. I think very impressive in that 1 versus 2 and just getting a 3k in the round in general. But especially when you're losing your opening pick pretty much within the first 10 seconds when you're supposed to be playing slow. I do feel bad for Poya. I feel like he got absolutely just destroyed very early on. But the fact that Chill was able to survive for so long, Poya did assist him. And that smoke they put down at the front of the site did so much work. And just very nice reposition from Keen in that 1 versus 1. Very well played. That's both pistol rounds being lost on Vertigo here for PERA, and it's reflected in their scoreline.
Yeah, it's going to be quite the uphill battle for them to come back into this one. The System looking to take a little bit of a runaway here. Bomb denial as well means that there isn't a ton of cash to work with, and yet they've still bought into that AK. High risk, potentially high reward here. It's going to have to make some absolute magic, but for now it's just a slow hold, waiting to see if somebody gets overly aggressive. System 5 have done that. They have pushed out aggressively in the past, and it has worked out for them. Spots the Mac 10 player. The shots don't connect. So they're going to trade places. See if this rifle can connect, and it does. And that could be a free upgrade if they're brave enough, but no. They're not going to go for that. Instead, they're going to back out. They're going to try and draw those rotations and completely change up. Head back somewhere else as Camion will get decimated over towards stairs. 3 players left. But they know it's not B. It's not mid. It's got to be headed back towards... Oh, no. They're turning back around. Back towards B.
What's Keen? Okay, so Keen was clearing out the B bomb site, but seemed to be getting quite muddled. And that just opened up a great pathway onto this B bomb site for the PERA squad. Kree getting blinded, doing so much damage, but has at least taken attention away from Python, who has that A1S. Both Poya and DGL, 30 HP combined. It's going to be easy for the Frenchman. A 4 spy, gone nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, they do a bit of economic damage, which I think is the most you can hope for, except that they did buy that AK. They really would have wanted a lot more out of that, at the very least a bomb plant. Like, to invest that much into it and to come away with nothing but a few eco frags, it's just not worth it. And System 5, they're going to reinvest into this. They don't care. Sure, it's 2 MP9s, but they know that they're going to have a massive advantage off the back of PERA choosing to force into that. So they're going to be feeling comfortable. They've just hit those double digits, closer and closer to map point here, and PERA has to make magic happen with these pistols.
Yeah, it's getting quite late on in this in this game, and from talking to, I think like when I was at Epic, what is really key is talking to a lot of players and visualizing how important these early few rounds are. I feel like momentum and like the first 8 or 7 rounds is the most important of CS2 right now, especially with CT side economy, because PERA were unable to build that economy. It was really difficult for them, but they could at least put System5 in a position where they don't have any economy, because yeah, this round winning it might be a little bit difficult, but with 2 kills already, System5 don't want to be losing any more players, and Patrick the Aggressive seems to not really care about it. And yeah, 2 players staying alive at a minimum right now is really poor for System5. But Aaron, with armor and now a rifle picked up, might be trying to actually win this, but he gets double peeked.
Funnily enough, that it's all of the rifle players, or all of the M4 players that end up dying. They do manage to, the last couple of MP9 players do manage to upgrade into some of those heavier rifles at the very least at the end of the round. But yeah, I mean, keeping it so messy and so incredibly close is not good for that long-term econ. However, there isn't much long-term left if they carry on the way that they are. Losing this round would not be great for them if it's a particularly expensive one. But if they win this, they probably win the whole damn series, as PERA have brought themselves into a full buy here. DGL kicking things off with a nice clean opener, punishing that aggression that System5 have been so keen with. And that gives them that man advantage to play off of.
Yeah, big man advantage. But now they got to make sure they don't throw us away. MSN is doing well that he's not going out middle there. I like that double stack in middle. Would have definitely caught him off guard if he crept around that corner. And for System5, where'd you go from this? You have no info anywhere around the map. You're playing a very heavy retake A right now with Python left there with the AWP. And with a minute left on the clock, it does seem like PERA are going to be heading towards that bomb site. But what they could be in for some trouble is this flank from Patrick as he's going down ladder right now. Or Chill, rather. Chill's going T-spawn, yeah.
Python's just going to hold this angle.
Oh, they missed smoke.
Oh. That's not going to bode too well for them.
They've got no smoke for the left side of site, so this is going to be... they're going to be able to replenish it, but it's taking so long, and now we're going to be able to see the flank come through, but Chill gets caught off guard.
And now it's a 2-player advantage here for PERA. System5, I mean, they have no idea. They're going to keep holding this line. Meanwhile, PERA start the rotation across. Aaron, the lurk is deep and meaningful, getting that first kill. He knows there's another player there. If he can just keep that person occupied a little bit longer, as the rest of his team have made their way on towards that B site. Bomb gets planted. 5v1. Python, surely you just save the AWP at this point.
Yeah, like that was a really actually decent round for System5, especially they had the full read that it was the A bomb site. They had Chill on the flank. There was a missed smoke by PERA, so it slowed them down. But I think because they slowed down that much, they were anticipating the flank from Chill just that one little bit more. And now we see Python all by himself trying to save this AWP. He's being hunted down. He's got 4 HP. I think he would have died to the bomb there anyways, but Boy will put a bullet in his head just for safekeepings.
The fact that he's able to get 2 there is pretty nuts just in and of
quite
itself.
Impressive,
but
yeah, quite impressive.
Yeah, unfortunately, not too much more to get done from that, and does lose the AWP. Not going to be allowed to keep that one. It's a free gun for PERA. They'll be very happy with that round, but they have to replicate that, and they have to do that a few times. There's quite the deficit here for them, but winning that round is the big important potential shifter or momentum swinger, because as we said, Systems Money was absolutely busted by the end of that last round, and losing it meant that they have nothing into this. And again, the aggression. DGL will get the first, but is instantly traded. He'll just follow it up with a second. He says, peek me again. Let me get another kill.
This is the first time, I think, in this game I'm starting to see DGL just initiate himself a little bit more. I feel like he hasn't really been that much of a presence on the server, and especially when he was on the CT side being overshadowed by Keen. I remember on the first gun round, Keen just swings in with an AWP, and then he wins that duel very easily. But now DGL is looking to play his own game, and yes, PERA, they are very far away, especially considering they didn't win the pistol round, and they lost 3 in a row because of that. They are so far behind, But if they're going to continue playing like this, then it's just a steady uphill battle. And I feel like this is round 17 is most definitely going to go in their favor. If I'm Patrick and Python, I'm 100% looking to save these weapons, just so they can at least bring something into the next eco round, have a little bit of danger around them. And for PERA, I just liked right now, they were being very methodical on that bomb site. They put down the utility. They didn't overextend, overreach with that confidence they might have in this 4 versus 2. And they're just going to take the round and see if they can keep as many players alive right now. But with Poya and MSN both low, especially Poya, I don't know if he, I don't know, especially MSN, I don't know if he's actually going to be able to survive this like at all. I think he's just going to accept fate.
Well, sometimes you just kind of have to. You can see Python is positioned to potentially get a couple of exits if he can. Patrick doesn't have too much to write home about, but hey, every little bit counts. And oh, there's the exit. Can't make it a second, unfortunately. Would have been great if he could have snagged himself one of those rifles to walk away with. And to be fair, it will be MSN going down there. We did say he was low HP, so to be expected. PERA finally clawing their way back into this map. Still 5 rounds just to even things out. But the economic damage that has been done to System5, it's 2 rounds consecutively where they have near nothing to work with. And Keen is still going to buy into the AWP.
I don't hate this if he survives. Like, at least if he's able to maintain that
big
AWP
if.
in the next round. But, like, it's a big if, especially as or like, someone can bring in the next round. He's surrounded by his minions right now. They're all around with the USPs, Deagles, 5-7s. And he actually will get the opening pick here as Poya swings into him. Spam is going to take a little bit, but he's going to get away pretty much scot-free. And it's going to be the Orps fighting it out, but both are still alive.
It could be the difference maker here as the pistols hold a very, very tight...
Oh.
Nice little peek there from DGL. Can get his second kill there as the smoke clears. The USPS is not quite able to connect meaningfully. And it's going to force System back from whence they came. AWP taken away. Python last left alive. Recovering that AWP is going to be impossible as he will get sprayed down. Unfortunately, the AWP was only good for 1. Could not be carried on into the next round. And it's another, yet again, for PERA. Now, the reason that wasn't I suppose, the single worst thing in the world is because it puts Keen on a fairly even kilt economically, but still in a really rough spot. So instead of this being the full buy that it could have been with far more utility, he's instead down onto the MP9. And once again, it's against a full, robust buy on PERA and an Aaron and DGL who have looked terrifying.
Yeah, I'm really not a fan of all of that from Keen. Like an MP9 instead of an AWP, I don't really understand that. And System5 potentially throwing away their lead that they once had. There's only 4 rounds between them. That's pretty much only 2 gun rounds in PERA. They're going to be attempting the first one here. It's going to be slow towards MSN and a Cameo coming through. So the majority are here. And now with this first pick up against Chill, if Keen had an AWP here, he'd have so much more prowess around him. But with 35 HP and an MP9, I really do not see what System5 can do on this A bomb side right now. I think this is PERA's round already.
A little bit of information gained there. Only 1 player left to anchor the site. They've sent Python over towards mid and left Keen all on his own. He's still going to be good for 1, however. A little bit of information garnered as well, but still such a high presence over towards the B bomb site. Keen goes down, and like you said, right, I suppose they just had already given up. They moved their rifles over towards B. They said, Keen, do what you can. If you can get a kill or 2, that'd be great. Otherwise, go next. And with the economy the way that it is, it makes a ton of sense. Quick and easy round for PERA. Only a 3-round deficit after this one.
Yeah, 3-round deficit in the next round. I really hope to God System5 just buy like a pistol on Chill and Keen. Like, don't go overreaching. You can still get damage done with these rifles, but don't throw away economy down the sink like you have been in these previous 2. Make sure you can get the AWP out for Keen. Drop him a 5-7. Maybe he can buy armor. Maybe he can't. But at least just don't you know, save up for the next. You still have that lead. Play for the next gun round. So PERA, they're probably going to be on like 9, System 11, and just play for that. Play for that round. Don't get too in your head, and just understand that you have this lead. You still have it. It's decreased, but just don't throw it away.
We'll see if they can make that happen. These last few rounds have been pretty decidedly System 5 rounds. PERA have looked a little lost in the sauce. Sorry, not PERA. System 5. PERA looked lost in the sauce in the first half. Second half, they've come back with an absolute vengeance. Took them a few rounds to find their stride, but now 4 in a row and showing no signs just yet of slowing down. System 5 again going, good God, Camion! The round has barely begun! And a beautiful shot through one of the walls. A wallbang onto Kree. And that's going to get them the player advantage again! It just keeps going. DGL will get traded out, but this is still heavily favored for PERA.
Yeah, I mean, DGL, unfortunately, the spam does connect, but he's able to pick one up before he falls to the grave. This is looking really difficult. Keen's left all by himself. This Molotov will be good. It's going to force Aaron out in the open, but what it does do is force Keen into Aaron's crosshair. Aaron will snap his head right off, and in this 4 versus 2, with the utility now being placed down, Python is going to be forced to save with Patrick, and, well, they are just slowly throwing away this lead, and as we go on to Mirage, I was never hopeful going onto that map for starts. Now I'm feeling very unhopeful.
Save round after save round. Well, not save round as in your buy, but having to save weapons at the end of the round. System 5 in a struggle here. Unconvinced they're going to be able to save these weapons. PERA might just opt to hunt them down. But for now, I mean, this is dire straits. The economy once again for System, they just managed to scrounge their buy for this one. The next round, all they're going to have is these 2 hero rifles. And just barely anything really to supplement that. As PERA continue to dominate on this T side of Vertigo. System have just looked so lost from start to finish. Freddy, what do you think has been like the biggest issue for System 5?
It's just like, firstly, I feel like these rounds have laid quite flat. PERA are playing maybe a little bit slower towards ramp, and System 5 had tried to, especially in that last round, tried to hit the fight straight to them, and just didn't seem like, yeah, it just felt quite lackluster. Like they didn't probably take that control. They lost the opening pick towards the B bomb site within the first few seconds. It just really hasn't been looking too great for them. They do have max loss bonus, so they at least can, like with these 2 rifles, King can drop over an A1S, buy up an AWP, and I think seeing the lack of warp on him has been definitely quite a detriment, because if they, like, you know, the smoke's being naded, if King was able to get some impact on that, he could have at least saved his teammate potentially, but right now, it's once again, Poya. He's been very aggressive up gap multiple times. I feel like System 5 have to anticipate this. He's been going solo forward with more his individual, with his rifle is giving some coverage behind him. And PERA, once again, just taking their control towards A. What is going to be the System 5 response here? They have Python on sandbags, a good flashbang here. Chill doesn't have a flashbang, so they're going to have no flash, and DGL getting aggressive. It's going to get the opener. Python does nothing to trade him, swings out, and only is able to get that first. A bomb site open.
Python's so slow to swing there to get that trade. Will lose another teammate in himself. And unfortunately, that again a numbers advantage for PERA here. Patrick, however, will bring things back down to an even kilter. A beautiful barrage of spam and nades and util to deny that plant from going down. Now, System able to overrun the site. Last player left alive for PERA. Much better round from System. Great util usage there. And they will finally wrestle back control of this map. Map point. But PERA still reasonably comfortable. At least it's still able to buy in. However, they cannot afford to make a single mistake for at least 3 more rounds.
Crazy. Of course, that's the round that they win, right? The round where they have, they lose basically 2 players instantly towards the A-bomb site. The rotations aren't too close, but they don't even allow the bomb to go down. Really nice from System 5. Cameron, who's got the open to the side of the map before, he's going to try and initiate that once again. Keen, great awareness. Keen has started towards the A-bomb site mostly, and now they they anticipate that because the A site didn't work for PERA in the last round, they might try throw something fast towards B. Can be an attempt what he's done before, and keep is there ready and waiting.
It's a good call. It is going to be this B site execute. Cree. Beautiful tracking there. Follows Aaron into the smoke. Nice little bit of a spray down. But there will be some countering here from PERA. Only 2 players left alive trying to lock down the site, as we will get one more coming through. 2 versus 2, and we see an aggressive push from Poria. Shut down as Python takes him out. And now this is where things start to get a little bit paranoia-inducing for DGL. He attempts to hold the line, but unfortunately, he cannot make it happen. That's going to be System5 taking our first map, 13-9. You know what, Freddy? You had them as your team to potentially win out, and they did. They absolutely impressed and surprised, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the next map's going to hold.
Yeah, I'm overall just really confused about what happened there. Like, you had System5 going 7-0 up.